Hey. So I'm about 19 and a half miles into this 50K. For the uninitiated, 50Ks is about 32 miles, so I'm a little past the halfway point, and I'm going through what is called the dark patch right now. You know, things really hurt right now. I figured I'd be trained past this point, but here it is 3 hours in and I'm struggling. I have what I thought was a pretty good hydration plan and a pretty good nutrition plan. I tapered off miles, so I came into this feeling fresh and strong, but man, this distance it's hard. But I keep coming back to it, you know. But as you can tell, I'm still putting one foot in front of the other. And I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so it's not like I can just go home, you know. So I got to get back to the start. But figured I'd just check in for a minute. I forgot to, check in at the start because I was too focused on, starting. So, but anyways, I'm gonna give it a couple other minutes here, and then I'm gonna get back to grinding this axe. Here we go. Hey, hello again. So I figured I'd check in again. I'm on a trail called Timber Point, I believe is what it's called. But I'm nearing the 30-mile mark, so I'm almost done. I had to make a couple of unscheduled stops, so that slowed me down significantly. But the good news is that I was prepared for that. So my advice to you, if you're going to be dealing with this really long distance stuff out in the middle of nowhere, make sure you are prepared for unscheduled stops. Okay? I'm not going to get into the specifics of it. I'm going to spare you the grossness of it, but just be prepared for it, because it more than likely will happen. But since those, I feel way better now. I can actually run again after what felt like a couple hours of just not being able to. So, major improvement. I hurt, but I feel better, and I'm almost done. So, whoa, this is kind of giving me Leadville vibes a little bit, running through here. Still have a little PTSD from that, but the good kind, that was a transformative experience, and so is this one. So, but anyways, I'll check back in with you after I after I cross the finish line. So until then, see ya.
You know, I it's been a couple of days. Well, the at the time of recording is today's Wednesday, and um, the ultra was on Saturday, so it's been a few days. And naturally, me being me, I forgot to check back in after I crossed the finish line because, man, that course really whipped my butt. But I feel almost normal today, or even yesterday. I even went to go crank some miles yesterday. I'm getting ready to go crank some here in a minute, but I just wanted to holler at you for just a minute and just talk about the experience on Saturday. So I knew going into it, I didn't feel great. Like I was sensitive to food, just all food. Just I was having a hard time keeping things down, and it was right around the halfway point. I went to take in some calories, and my gut was like, no, I am not taking anything right now. And it just all came up. And so that was one of the challenges I needed to work through. And thankfully I ended up being okay. I was able to crank a couple more miles, and then I was able to get a gel down, and that felt fine. And then I was able to get some water down, and that felt fine. And then I started working back into the solid stuff, and so that started working out okay. And I haven't had any issues since then. I think it was just some days I'm just really sensitive to getting food in and keeping it down. And you add the distance and the all the stress of just the act itself, and then the anxiety on top of that, and it just makes it challenging sometimes. But that's why when I said be prepared for that sort of stuff. Don't only have just one kind of fuel on you, and you also don't have you have a variety of flavored things with you too, because there will be times that you're going to want to eat something. You're throwing everything in your pack, and you think that you're gonna want to eat this thing, and then when you're out on the trail and you go break it out and you put it in your mouth, your gut's like, no, we're not doing this. So I mean, um, you got to be you got to be prepared to adjust, sometimes pretty drastically. um, Man, I really don't know what else to say other than it was a nice, gorgeous day, and I'm glad I was out there to be able to do it, and in order to be able to attempt it. And if all goes well, I'll be out there next year to do it. And um, I cannot believe that I am here in my endurance journey. Um, it's just unbelievable to for me to kind of wrap my head around that, you know, many years ago, where I started, and then seeing, where I'm at now is just like, wow. So, the work pays off, and it also helps to have, uh, especially during, your beginning stages, to be surrounded by a group of folks that are not only supportive, but they're just there. I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to be surrounded by a group of folks. They weren't trying to coach me. They weren't trying to change me. They weren't trying to, judge me or anything like that. They were just accepted me for my insanity, and we all just had a great time hanging out together. So, but with that said, the next thing up is the Havsy, and that should be relatively easier compared to the all of the other events that I've been attempting this year. So, but then after that is going to be I'm going to be shutting down running, or at least distance running, for the majority of the fall and winter time, and transitioning back to the pool and getting on the trainer. So uh, hopefully here soon you will have the unique opportunity to observe my suffering throughout the wintertime on the bike. So uh, thank you for pressing play and hanging out with your boy for a little bit. I really do appreciate the the time that you spend with me, because I know you don't have to. Um, I really want you to be more. I want to involve you more in on my experiences, but I'm not really sure how that's gonna work. So the only thing that I can do is this here, and then we'll just kind of go from there. So I'm about to go get changed and get these miles in. So until next time, deuces.